the house. Could it be a beautiful day at the house today? I'll take you around a few things, what we're doing. It's really nice and warm. We had lots of rain recently, and I've made a post a few, I don't know, must have been weeks ago. But I just thought I'd show how well the pumpkin plant is doing. This was the one that was in the compost heap, and of course it's going to be a great place for it to grow, but yeah, it's kind of expanded a little bit. So have a look here. And what I've been doing is just helping pollinate the flowers by giving them a little bit of finger sex, bit of fingering, touching stamen to stamen of the two different plants, just to hopefully make sure there's a transfer. But there are lots of bees actually. I've noticed hundreds of bees around coming in. So, and look how big it's growing. Actually just taking over. So I'm going to have to try and make sure it trails in the right direction. My courgettes are coming on huge. There we go, starting to really swell out. I have to start picking to make sure that we can actually keep them going. He's a bit of a funky one, but he'll do for today. And everything is just going absolutely crazy. Oh, a pombo, dragonfly. And I'm going to sort out my tomato plants. Already had a small crop this morning that I'm picking in my basket here. Got some old Charlotte onions. I got some nice, I think they're the very sweet ones, yellow ones, and a couple of chilies and peppers and a lovely aubergine for a barbecue later. Oh, I noticed my beans, and they weren't even on. They weren't even set last time I came. So we'll have some runner beans too. Carrots are still growing well, and so is my parsnip. As you see, I try to keep a lot of it as natural, and this is my hugel culture mound, as it were. And the great thing about all these plants, you can see these are more pumpkin plants I'm having finger sex with, but all these plants, especially these tomatoes, have all come up because this was seeded with compost, and obviously there was lots of tomato seeds in there. And look at the tomato plants, and they all self came up, so I'll just have to prune them back a little bit just to make sure we get maximum fruit yields, because there's lots of side ones. But I mean, it's still early, but look at that lovely bunch of tomatoes coming in there. And a good way I saw on video is that just to help the fertilization, a little bit of finger action is just shaking, because tomatoes self-pollinate. They have both organs on the flowers. You can encourage it by just giving them a quick shake like this, and that should help the set of the tomatoes. Oh, look, getting a little set of tomatoes here. Oh, look at those baby tomatoes. Cute. So I'll actually have to go through and prune some of these. I like it that the pumpkin is going to kind of go underneath as well and keep some of that ground cover down. And where they're going off track a little bit, I can actually trail them to the direction I want. My kaki are coming in. Since the tree got cut back a couple of years ago, really cut back, you can see where the new growth has come here and here. It's really healthy, and I am going to have a huge set of persimmon this year, I hope. So that's going to be fantastic for me creating something, or drying persimmon or something like that. My grapevine I have to do something about, but the baby grapes are coming, little ones, look at those. So I have to go and do something about helping them a little bit more. And my apple tree, I'm a bit worried, it's got some leaf curl. I have to find out what that means. Again, it's still young, so there were a few blossoms, but it's probably not quite ready to set this year, perhaps next year, if I cut it back properly. But yeah, the garden is fecund. I'm enjoying myself. It's a beautiful day, absolutely beautiful. And one thing I'm trying to do is, for example, here, just trying to use the old cardboard and grass and hay that I have around, just to mulch around my peppers and my aubergine, and this should give a huge harvest right through the year, in fact. Yeah, so I've got lots of things to do. Anyway, the house. Yes!